I'm in the stage. As is Jeff. Are you in the stage? No. Oh, why can't I? Can everyone hear me? I thought we were not allowed to talk. I thought only Mr. One Up is speaking. We hear each other because we're in the studio. Not yet. Oh, is he? Well, then if people can hear me, hi. I know. Oh, click that to become speaker. Where's that? Oh, there. Become speaker. There we go.
Okay. Cool. Okay. And then there, great. Okay, and Jeff should be able to do the same thing. Maybe not. Let me just tell my other guys that he should be able to be bumped up.
Jeff's in here, so he has to click the same thing. Click the become a speaker icon in the stage in Discord. It's on the bottom at the very left.
He may not be able to get in there. Hold on one second. I'm trying to get his tag over to somebody that can help me.
Oh, he's request to speak. I see his request, but I can't accept him. For everybody.
He was given the role.
All right, try again, Jeff. So click request to speak. There you go. Awesome. Yeah, you're on top.
Awesome. Okay. Hello. Good evening, everybody. Mike, this is another mic test as well, just to make sure everybody can hear me. I can clearly hear Hawk, and Jeffrey is also with us here. So, good evening to all. Welcome to the first edition One Up Talk live through Discord and on our Twitch page, twitch.tv/one_up_games. So, my name is Mr. One Up on Discord. I want to welcome everybody here this evening for this first ever talk. So, very fast background of what this is that before we used to do in-person developer talks, and we invited indie game developers here to talk, and it was very successful. Then COVID occurred, and when we stopped, Discord, our online community in Discord was born, and then I learned about publishing, game publishing, and I met our good friends at Premium Edition and asked them if they would be willing to come and do a talk with us for our first one that is for you guys, our Discord members, and on our Twitch page for all our Twitch followers, and they graciously accepted. So, a little bit about who we have here tonight. So, in the world of indie games, there is a concept called game publishing, and with publishing, it is for indie developers who don't necessarily have the ability to publish their own games, but look for somebody that can either help them so that they are able to have physical editions made. That is probably about as much as I know for it, which my friend Hawk will tell us about. So that is what we have here tonight. I hope you guys enjoy it. Hawk is going to give a little background on Premium Edition, how he got into business, how they started, and we'll talk about their Series 3 releases that are coming out in first quarter 2022. I might be wrong on that, but I'm sure mention that, and then we'll go from there with a Q&A afterwards. So on that note, I will pass the mic over to my friend Hawk.
You can call me Barry.
Barry, but Discord.
Yes. Can everyone hear me, and can everyone hear Jeff as well? focus. I see on Twitch, I see my camera, but I don't see Jeff's camera.
I can get him in there. I can get his camera in there as you are. Um,
Yes.
I think as you're talking, I mean, I have you, but if Jeff wants to, I have him on the screen share page. But if
Yes, absolutely get him in there. Jeff, absolutely should be there. Are you kidding me? Jeff is one of the. If you like the cool stuff you see with our products, that's mostly Jeff. Jeff
there we
is.
go. There we go. Okay, I got
Hmm.
it. Okay, he is there. So we are very good. Now I have him in camera. They're a little small right now though, but I'll increase them so that
On my screen,
as you.
on the Twitch, it looks like I just see a corner of Jeff's pig video. Yeah, yeah, to see the Demon Seer Plus in the corner there,
Oh, look at
and that's all I see.
oh,
Oh,
good lord. Okay, we will certainly.
I look like a painting on your wall. I'm like the living art. Uh,
Look at that! Yeah, wow, that's really weird. I'm sorry about that. I'm not sure. I'm not. I do not know how that occurred. Or why it's like that though. But let me.
that looks that does look funny.
Yeah, but
There's
we
the,
can't see. We certainly can't see his face though.
this is what happens when you do things live, right?
Yeah.
Well, while you're figuring that out, for everyone watching and joining tonight, thank you for taking the time to be here. Oh, there we go. Now Jeff is more regularly sized,
Yay. Okay. Excellent.
tiny size, but at least not gigantic sized.
We're getting there. Yeah, I'm making you bigger.
But so for those that don't know, we are Premium Edition Games. We are a physical publisher for the Nintendo Switch, where we take digital only titles and we bring them out physically. The company was founded by Jeffrey here and Jonathan Poland, who could not be here tonight, and they brought me on board and really right at the start, pretty much. And from there, we we've been working with developers and we've been bringing out what we feel are kick-ass, amazing titles out physically, and we like to do things a little bit differently than some other companies, which has been resonating very well. So thank you for that. We release our games in series. So we have our first two series are already out. Series one consists of, and I can actually show with the tiny screen, but we got Super Blood Hockey and Pigeon Dev Games Collection. Uh,
I will
they're small,
vouch
but
for Super Blood Hockey. Excellent game. Excellent game.
so one of the things we do with all of our releases is each of them come with a slipcase and a sleeve, which is something really cool. We like to go above and beyond with things like that. They also come with full color manuals, which is another thing, kind of the old school way of doing it, and a challenge card. And should you complete that challenge, you will win a patch like I'm wearing right now, which if you can see that. These are one of the ways we like to connect developers as well as the players. We want everybody to play their games because we love these games and we're passionate about these games. And Jeff can totally go into the production side of all the different art used for all of the pieces. But we went from series one and we went to series two. And series two consists of Demon Seer Plus and a robot named Fight. So these ones are now shipped for the standard premiums, and we do have our retros. They will be shipping here hopefully this week. And we have Series 3 that's up right now, and it's actually ending in just 2 days. So this is kind of like the last chance to get them if you want them. We got three titles, three amazing titles. We got Phenotopia Awakening, which we'll talk about in a little bit. We've got Mighty Fight Federation, and we've got Cathedral. And those are all available right now. The retros actually did sell out. We put a couple extra copies on. So if those are something you're interested, are they sold out again? Yeah, they're up right now. So if not many. So if there's something you're interested in, grab them before they sell out. Because again, everything's gone in 2 days. So this is like a last hurrah. December 16th is the final day for pre-order. But Jeff, why don't you go with your introduction? Yeah, that's something we're trying to do. So all of our orders, at least our standard premiums, they are open pre-order because we want to make sure that if someone wants to get a copy, they can get a copy. Uh, if the order goes over the minimum that Nintendo requires us to make, we will make as many as needed. However, uh, at that point, we will cut it off and we will order. So if it doesn't make the minimum, we will at least order the minimum. And any extra copies we have then that are not picked up by distributors, we will put up on the website once we have them in hand. So that's, oh, look at that. So, oh, look at that. There's the steelbook for Robot Name Fight. That's our second steelbook. Our first one is Pigeon Dev Games Collection, which I have right here. So we do like to do cool stuff. We do like to do stuff like steelbooks. We do soundtracks. We do art cards. We do like trading cards. We do keychains. We do comic books. We do pretty much anything we can do that resonates with the game and the developers.
Oh yeah,
The pin.
I saw those at Retro World when I met you, Barry. Yeah, those were cool.
Yeah, those are part of our deluxe. Those are the Pigeon Dev Games Collection Deluxe. We do very few deluxe. Only Pigeon Dev and Robot Name Fight are the only two with deluxes right now. Unfortunately, due to real world, deluxes are a little slower to get out to people. So that is the unfortunate part, but they are cool. Ah, yes. That is
Okay.
that shows all seven of our release. Yes. Yes, yes. Many a times Jeff has spoiled stuff before we were ready to reveal it, and
Well,
and it
oh, sorry.
happens.
Go ahead. Sorry, Barry. Go
No, I
ahead.
was gonna say go for it.
I think what would be interesting to know is how premium edition started, and then what it takes, and then how you guys started to seek out any developers to then contract and deal with them and recruit them to be your the ones to make their physicals. I think that's a an interesting background because I'm new when I started. So at my for my business about a year and a half ago, we is when we started selling games, and my staff introduced me to the indie market and in the physical market with all the other companies out there, limited run, super rare, etc. And I started researching all of them, and then that's how I found you guys. It had something to do with the Super Blood Hockey. I think I saw one of your ads, and that's what attracted me to it. Just because that game just was so great, um, but I think the history just about how you guys started would be interesting to know, um, and then what it takes, and then you know how you guys recruit a developer. Not to share any secrets though, but just if a developer doesn't know what to do when it comes to publishing, how do you guys recruit that?
Starts at 7, till around 6, but then I would recommend shop, but yeah, it's $10 an hour. You just want to play tournaments, no answer, 25. If you just want to watch.
Well, the tournament's not until tomorrow night, Corey.
What's up?
The Smash tournament's not until tomorrow night.
No, I'm talking about alternate next week.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, tomorrow is not me.
Yes.
Good night, guys.
I hope so.
And then, yeah, I'm sure with Nintendo's approval is just a difficult task in itself. Yeah, that that probably takes a whole army alone though, just to get that part done, or just to get that part cleared. Yeah, you, you. Of course they are. Yes, of course. Of course. Yeah, of course they do. Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Mighty Fight Federation is actually a game that's all that's I know a handful here are very much looking forward to, especially because of because of the characters you can be in it, and I think it's a good time to release it though too, with the sake of Smash kind of coming. Smash is very popular here, but like it's gonna still kind of have its strengths though, but it's also kind of like starting to like go down a little bit. And now it's and they just released the Nickelodeon All Star Brawl. Seeing this game, it's a little bit of a different play that I've seen based on the trailers and such. But I think the timing is good for it for sure.
Oh
Every
no.
Nobody should be muted on Twitter. Oh, okay. Go. Okay. Well, let me. I will look at that though real quick though, and then but like
So Twitch probably just saw us like standing around, like, what are they doing? Do something.
if you want to, I think a quick background on the art on how you guys get the art to get selected. I'm assuming you guys do it or don't do it, or you contract that out. Be curious to know how a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know we're encouraging people to jump into Discord anyway though. So for that, I got mods though that are jumping in there though. So I'm sorry that I have that one. Oh, yes, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. So, do you, Barry? Do you have? Well, you won't have examples because you haven't received them yet, though, for the Series Three. But if you want to talk about the Series Three releases that are coming out, when they're coming out, I know there's a, I know there's an older
Yeah.
deadline coming up that you had mentioned to me, right?
Yes, yes. December 16th is the final day, so just 2 days away. All the artwork for Series 3, well, granted, it is subject to change, is available on premiumeditiongames.com.
I'll
So
get
all of
that.
that is viewable.
I'll get that link into the text
Yes.
chat.
So what we like to do, like Jeff was saying, is we like to look at every piece as a canvas. We don't want to leave a piece blank. We want to do something cool, and we don't want to repeat because you got a Switch game now, even the first party Nintendo title, and It's got the cover art. You open it up. It's usually blank on the inside. Maybe it's got some legal text, and that's it. It's like very very minimalistic. Even with big properties like Mario and Zelda. So we want to go above and beyond, and we want to do, like Jeff was saying, the slip cover is different than the actual cover. Well, the inlay art is also different. It's another canvas. The retro boxes, the soundtrack CDs, the deluxe boxes, the guide covers, like all of that. To us, it's a new canvas. How could we get a new piece of art? And we try. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm getting. I just know that's what my son wants. So I have no clue.
Yeah,
That's
it
what
does.
I want.
It does. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Each of the games that we do, we try and tailor make each of the art to. So like our retro boxes are N64, SNES size, but we ask developers like which would you prefer, like an NES or an SNES style, depending on the game. And like our Surf series are they're NES size, so they're like their NES style with the Super Blood Hockey and Pigeon Dev, where talking about Robot Named Fight is more Super Nintendo, so the retro box is Super Nintendo. With Series 3, we actually have a mix because you have Cathedral is more NES and it has an NES style retro box, where Phenotopia is more Super Nintendo and has a Super Nintendo one. And then for Mighty Fight, which is more Dreamcast era, we went with a NES style throwback to classic Capcom that works really, really well based off of Mighty Final Fight. And we try and do all the art around the game, and we have commissioned the art around the game so that it doesn't feel out of place. And that in itself is a puzzle, but I think it's a fun one.
The Capcom reference is definitely smart
Oh yeah.
for that game though too though because of all the past fighting games that have been related with Capcom. Anyway, but yeah, yeah. And so all of these are in a stagger release. These next three in the series three are in a stagger release starting in January 2022.
No.
Correct? No,
So
correct. Nope. I'm wrong.
all
Nope,
none of
I'm
the
wrong.
games are in production yet. So we put the games in production once it closes, so we know how many to order.
Right. Okay.
So we're guesstimating. I say guesstimating because real world, around 3 months for production. So we're hoping, fingers crossed, to be able to have all three of these shipping the standard premiums by March, with the retros taking an extra month. But of all that is subject to change, of course, because real world things happen, and our warehouse could run out of shipping boxes again for all we know.
And
Yeah.
everything is being affected in real world. Yeah, for sure. Everything is though. So, I cross my fingers for you guys though, and for the record though, for all the OHE members here in Discord, we will have. I did order copies from you guys though. I think at least a handful of each, both standard and the retro editions. So we will have them all for sale here as well. In addition to. Um, Me wanting one for myself to play, but
Of course.
yes, that's cool. That's all great. Um, as far as far as like the ordering process of, is that like a tedious thing to do as far as like selection and like production and so on? I mean, you don't have to go into nitty gritty detail, but is that just like a complicated process when you're working with overseas companies? Because it's Nintendo. Right.
Yeah. He has like 42 pages or something. 44. Yeah, so 44.
Manuals were great back in the day with games. Those were the best to happen there.
Yep, every one of us has a full color manual.
We did, but we pulled out.
Well, do you? sorry, somebody, one of my mods in the text channel just said I was just going to ask. So probably he was just going to ask that question though. So yeah, I'll probably turn it over to questions in just one second. But Barry, if you want to plug in on the text chat channel, the YouTube link, we try to do a test screen share so you guys can watch the YouTube from here, but I haven't been able to get the audio to come through. So he'll paste the
Yeah.
link in there for the YouTube montage.
Yeah, so I put cathedrals in there, and I'm going to get Mighty Fight in there, and then here's Phenotopia. So you could all check out.
So if you want to do one last push as far as the ordering deadline of December 16th, then I think we will turn over to questions. I have
Yeah.
my wonderful mods in here with us in the audience.
Absolutely.
And I'm grateful to them though for it though. But if you want to do one last plug as far as the December 16th deadline, then
Yeah, so all these will close on December 16th, so it's your final day to do the pre-orders. We have everything right now in stock. We just put in an additional 50 retro of the Cathedral and Phenotopia up on the site that previously sold out, and Mighty Fight is dangerously low. These, we do not expect them to last till, there's like 30 left. We don't expect them to last till the end of December 16th. So if this is something you're interested in, I do highly recommend you pick them up. We don't want you paying scalper prices afterwards on eBay. And for those that don't know what these games are, we talked about Mighty Fight Federation. It is a 3D arena brawler like Power Stone with a bunch of guest characters like Toe Jam and Earl and Miriam from Bloodstained, but also we got Yooka-Laylee in there and Kunio and Ricky from the River City Ransom Kunio Kun series. We got Cathedral, which is a 8-bit style 2D action adventure Metroidvania / Castlevania / Zelda, just Shovel Knight, just this glorious open world adventure. And then we've got Phenotopia Awakening, this massive 16-bit style just RPG like Zelda 2 on a whole new grander scale. And beautiful. All three games have beautiful music. Just amazing games that everyone, when we show them to, like, how did I not know about these games? Oh my god, And I was looking at a lot of like Game of the Year award lists that people have been doing because it's that time of year. And Cathedral and Mighty Fight Federation both came out this year. Phenotopia was last year. And I'm seeing a lot of people put Cathedral and Mighty Fight up on their list, either the top or really close to the top for those that have played it. So, like, these are titles that you should definitely check out. Again, they posted the link, and absolutely check those out, and don't miss out on getting these physicals.
I did a quick test, and I think sound is coming through on Twitch as well. So we do have some viewers there that have joined in. I will go ahead and open up now for any questions. For any of you guys that are in the audience here in Discord, though, it might take me a minute or so to figure out how to put you up into the stage if you have a question. I think you have the ability to raise your hand. My mods know how to do it. They can automatically put themselves on stage. Never mind. I don't have to do anything. So,
Oh, wow.
So Fishy is here. It looks like he has a question.
Hello.
Will these games be like the same price as the digital version?
Okay, that's a great question. Unfortunately, no. But some of them are close. So all of our standard premiums are $39.95, and our retros are $59.95. We try and keep it as uniform as possible. One thing to note is that all of our releases, and this goes for Series 1, 2, and 3, all of our games are complete on cart. So like Jeff mentioned, Robot Named Fight was one of our first games we signed, which is true, but we didn't make it a Series 1 title. We made it Series 2 because we wanted to get all that DLC that he was planning, that extra update with all these new modes. We wanted it on cart, so if you purchase our copy, you're getting the complete game. You don't need to worry about downloading patches or the servers being down and you're missing out on great content. And Mighty Fight Federation is one of those that we're not expecting to be in Series 3, and we found out the game is done. So all the DLC characters, all those guest characters, they're all going to be on the cart. And Mighty Fight, I think, is already a $30 game, and I don't know how much Kunio DLC pack is, but you're getting that all on the game, so that's a real steal. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we really try to do that.
And Fisher, we do actually have a couple here in store right now that I'll show you examples of that they're talking about. One of them is the Pigeon Dev game, and then I actually still have a sealed copy of Super Blood Hockey at home that I'll bring in and I'll show you in person so you can see what they look like, examples of them. But yeah, the price difference typically is different from
Okay.
digital because
I don't
digital
know.
has that difference, but physical you get all the extra awesomeness of.
Well, sometime also we have exclusive stuff. So like Pigeon Dev Games Collection has an exclusive soundtrack
Okay.
that's only in that version on Pigeon Dev. I don't know. Can you see our screen at all on Discord, or is it just for
I'm
Twitch?
going to change it over to there. Now I can see your. I changed it over to Hawk to your YouTube screen. So yes, I can see your YouTube screen. I'm just not sure if I'm going to get audio for your YouTube. That's for your. Sure. Nope. Yeah, it's not coming through, unfortunately. But yeah, it's not. No, because it's playing though. But I mean, you can at least let it play there though and see. Or Yeah, that's great. This game looks all three of them look awesome to me, but this one stands out though because it's the you get the recognizable characters as in addition in this game. In Discord, okay, excellent. Uh, okay, so you guys can see the question here though. I mean, I can certainly you know, he's one of my mods here. He's a great guy. Yeah, but yes, that's a great question.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Um, so that's a fantastic question. I'm going to agree as well. I do think there is something definitely missing, and I think that's because of our era growing up. I mean, when we were kids, our parents would take us to usually like a Toys R Us or something, and we'd get a game, and we would go to the car, and we would open it up, and we would read the manual on the way home. And sometimes we may bring the manual into school with us the next day and read it during lunch, just because we couldn't play. It was just our way of connecting to that game because it was a big deal. You got a game, and that was it for a couple months, and it was special. And it's one thing I've noticed a lot of people, if you have a physical game, you have that extra connection to the game. I know how many people have digital collections and they have no attachments to the game. I mean, I'm sure the majority of people, if you open up your Steam library right now, you probably got thousands of games that you got on a Steam sale for a cent, and you have no incentive to even go play it. You don't even, really have that itch, that attachment to it. It's just there. It's a file. Big deal. You have it. I have it too. I mean, but I think a lot of people are like that. The same with the eShop and all that stuff. Uh, hmm Yeah, the challenge patches. Yeah. hmm And that's something. one thing also I've noticed is, a lot of there's a lot of collectors, right? There's a lot of physical collectors. We're all collectors ourselves, and we're all guilty of this, right? We buy a game because maybe it's on sale, or maybe because we think it's a low print, and we put it on our shelves and we never open it, right? We never play it. It happens. We don't have time. We just get too many games. These are all real issues. These are all real things. I've had so many people email regarding the challenges, stating just that. I bought this game because I thought it was going to be low print, and I just wanted to make sure I get it in my collection. But I wanted to do the challenge, so I opened it up and I played it, and now I can't stop playing this game. And this game is now one of my new favorite games. So I want to thank you for encouraging me to open it up. And to me, that's one of the best emails we could get, because all the games we put out are games we love. These are all games we think that you should play. Like we will stand behind them so much. You can ask your friends, oh, what's a good game for me to play? We stand behind these games so much, we put out the physical, right? So because of that, we are champions for these games, and we don't develop any of these. We're champions for the developers of these games, because they're the real heroes, and we really want you guys to experience these because we fell in love with them. So the challenges are just that way to like a little extra encouragement. It's like, open it up, check it out, this game. You bought it, you spent the money on it, just enjoy it a little bit. And a lot of people are discovering their new favorite game by picking up a premium title. And I love that, because there's so many great titles out there that will sink or swim on the eShop or any digital storefront, because there's it feels like 100 new games every week. Like, there's just so many, and it's hard even for us to look through and find the diamonds in the rough, as they say. But there are titles we miss, which is yes, yes, yes. Yet there are still titles you miss. Yeah.
Does anyone have any questions in the stage area? Jason, I saw you that's a question. You can certainly jump up. Ryan, if you want to ask a question, that's fine. Also, I can open it up onto Twitch as well. We do have some viewers on Twitch. If anybody has any questions there, we can see it, and I can certainly read it to our guests here as well. So if a question pops up there, I will certainly read it. But
Yeah.
excellent. Okay, yeah. Feel free to read it,
So,
or I can read it out to you.
Solo Claus asked, do you think that releasing physical versions of indie games is a good way to spotlight developers who may have slipped under the radar and make them stand out from such a huge landscape of digital-only games? That is a great question, and we have the absolute perfect answer to that, don't we, Jeff? The answer is Phenotopia Awakening. So Phenotopia Awakening came out last year, and it sank. It just disappeared. No one talked about it. It just just kind of went gone, and we didn't hear about it. We didn't know about it, and what happened was somebody mentioned it to us and suggested it to us, and we checked it out, and we were blown away. We're like, what the heck? This game is amazing. How did we not see this? So we contacted the developer, and we got to play the game. We fell in love with the game. All of us did. And the developer had been approached twice before by two different physical publishers. Those publishers asked the developer, how are digital sales? The developer said they were not good, and those two publishers both walked. So when we approached them, they told us the digital sales suck. Like, you don't want the game. We don't want to do physical. And we're like, no, we totally do want to do a physical. Your game's amazing. So now, yeah. Now there's so many people, and when we premiered the Series 3 Direct, so many people were just like, what is this game? I've never heard of this. How did I miss this? Where did this come from? And people have been talking about it, and people have been playing it, and like, oh my god, this game's amazing. And nobody's heard of it, and now it's selling out.
Yeah, he can hear Barry, and
Yeah.
myself, I believe, but for some reason I'm hearing you, Jeff, and I'm not sure why. But I was just going to comment in and okay, Hockey, so you're clearly seeing this. You guys know who he is.
Yes. Yes, he did.
Then, Rowan, I'm a big fan of you then as well. Looking, point to my other computer, not that you can see me, but I can't see you. But I'm a big fan of you as well. Then we can see.
But
yes, Rowan, Super Hockey it was a fantastic game. I certainly love that.
Yes.
The artwork and everything about it. Where myself and one of my other guys here, we're big fans of that game, so for sure.
Absolutely.
So clearly, you know, and he sends love to myself and obviously to you guys, to all of us, to you guys as well. Though. So thank you. And he says he's checking in from the UK, and Solar Claus is actually also in the UK as
nice.
well. So it's so we have some UK represented here right now, which is nice.
Yeah, I'm always appreciative.
Oh
Run good people.
Anybody else have any other questions? Anybody in the stage area? Jason, Ryan, if you guys have any questions, jump in. Anybody on Discord? Thank you. I saw Barry post it on Twitter. Just had to come and say hi and send some love. Yes. Well, thank you. Thank you for jumping. Thank you for joining in. And thank you for the follow.
Oh, that's when you smile, it changes it to weird things. So I was a smile and it changed it to robot. Yeah, see, there you go, robot in fight. While waiting, if you want, I could put up the Phenotopia, since we just talked about it, the Phenotopia trailer.
Yes.
Because unfortunately, we won't be able to hear the music, and I definitely recommend you watch these trailers with the music, because the music is truly spectacular.
Let me see if I play it. Maybe it will.
Yeah. I mean, if you play it and should play as the music, that's even better. I don't hear anything.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not sure why. I'm sorry. This is new for me here, though. So I'm not.
That's okay. Yeah, they got full screen. Look at that.
And, I can move ourselves out of the way.
Leave it right there. That's fine. We're in the game.
Yeah, I mean, any talk over it is fine. Yeah, I'm just not sure why I can't get sound. So my apology on that on the game trailer. But if you want to talk about anything with the game here, by all means.
I mean, you could see the inventory screen. There's a ton of different equipment and different weapons and items you get. Just the varied environments, the beautiful 16-bit sprite work. You get fishing, you get cooking. Cooking is so vitally important. This is one of those games where every time you get to a save point, your health will get healed, but only to 50%. So it's one of those where you'll need to use cooking to help your health get a little higher, and it's tough. I mean, you will take damage. You might say, "Oh, I'm gonna go to this game and not take any damage," and same with the Cathedral, and you will. But you got all these cool different abilities like the spear there that lets you create platforms, and you get the crossbow, and you get the clubs and the bombs, and a lot of Zelda stuff as well. It's just varied environments. Everything looks so different. Everything feels so different. This is the darling of the series. This
Yeah,
is like no one
this
knew
was
about
the
this.
one. This was the one.
I died to him.
This is the one. Actually, I think that caught my attention the most. Was this one? This is the one I was looking forward to the most of the three. I mean, granted, I'm gonna try to.
Same here.
You want to plug in one more of the trailer here?
Yeah,
I'll put the trailer on full screen for Mighty Fight.
yeah. I have all the trailers there. Put them all for everybody to enjoy on.
It is not playing on.
Yeah, so I'll talk about that since Rowan can't hear. The for Phenotopia, because like his dream was to have it, come out physically. So he had all like the art's done. Like he had a team of artists. They've had everything done. They really just wanted to run with it. And we were like, okay, you do what you want to do. Just don't make it too expensive. And they did an amazing job. His team is just phenomenal, and they even used some fan art. They commissioned some fan art for some of the stuff, which is great. Yeah, it's such a good game. They're all, like I said, they're each one has its own different style, and Phenotopia's retro box comes with a chibi keychain, which is what the developer wanted. Said, "This is what I really want. I want a chibi keychain in there." And well, if that's what you want, we're gonna give it to you. You want it to be your game, your dream. And Cathedral comes with the hand drawn game guide from Philip Summers, which will get you.
Are
Good
you asking
question.
me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not actually.
It's
Wow.
awesome.
That's great. That's awesome. And I mean, everything.
Yep. Yeah, there's about 30 left. So it's very, very little.